welcome everyone to the Barnstable County Commissioners meeting of July 21st. It is 1 p.m. on Wednesday, and we have some very special guests today, but we will begin with a Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And in introducing our very special guest today, the Lord Mayor of Barnstable, England, and the Mayoress, and Jenkins, and Burgess. Okay, I'm going to read a proclamation from Barnstable County, United States. Resolution on the occasion.
Go right ahead.
On the occasion of the visit of leaders from Barnstable, England, whereas beginning July 16, 2010 through July 22, 2010, Mayor Ian Roome, Mayoress Linden, Town Clerk Ann Jenkins, and Barnstable Head of Council Bruce Vernon will be visiting Barnstable, Massachusetts. And whereas over 3 centuries ago their forefathers settled in Massachusetts and gave the town of Barnstable its name. And whereas the relationship between these two communities have been fostered by former Selectman Victor Adams and currently by Louis Cataldo, Barnstable County Historian and Honorary Burgess of Barnstable, England. And whereas it is the express desire of the Mayor to visit the site of the Pilgrims' first landing in the town of Provincetown and to lay a wreath at the Veterans Memorial in Hyannis in memory of those who died fighting on behalf of America and England. Therefore be it resolved that the Barnstable County Commissioners welcome the leaders of Barnstable, England on the occasion of their visit to Barnstable, Massachusetts. Signed by Mary Pat Flynn, Sheila Lyons, and Bill Doherty. And we are so happy that you came to visit us, and we're so pleased to have you today.
It has been truly a pleasure. It has been.
Certainly welcome.
Yes.
And have enjoyed your visit.
Thank you. And Lou, thank you for getting all this.
Sir, can I ask you if you would just mock up the shots for them?
Okay, please.
Mock up the shot. I like that.
Mock up the shot?
Mock up the shot.
Great.
Perfect. Luke, can you move in a little closer,
We don't have
please?
you in there.
Great.
I like to be behind the lens.
One
So,
for Dave.
you're looking at your feet. Thank you. Thank you.
And one for me, please. Thanks so much.
Are you sure you don't want to get in here?
Absolutely.
Thank you. David would be happy to take that picture for you.
I really have to try
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
And one of the photo.
No. I'm hiding. Otherwise, I'm busy, sir. Oh, definitely not.
Well,
I feel like a piece of rock.
I would like to just say thank you very much on behalf of the people in Barnstable, England, and it is a real pleasure to visit your county on Cape Cod and within the province of Barnstable and other areas. It is a real beautiful place. In fact, me and Bruce were only saying the other day that it reminds us of being in Barnstable in England, and it's very much the infrastructure of the two counties are really very similar in the problems that we face, the environmental issues, the financial impact which we are all having to be mindful of at this time to decide which services our people that we represent want us to spend that money so it gives them the efficient and best services. And I would like to say thank you very much to yourselves for your gratitude and the warmth and friendliness that we've received while we've been here in your county. And it's a real nice asset that you've got, and I'm sure you're very proud of where you live. And thank you very much. In my return, we would like to give you a map of Devonshire, where Barnstable is up here in the little tour. We call it the town on the tour, and this is obviously the whole area of Devonshire. This is the county, so your equivalent would be possibly looking after the county of Devon,
Yes.
which you can see many familiar names. Plymouth is down here at the bottom, and you can have a couple of maybe put that up
Yes.
somewhere. in
Yes,
your
we will have
offices.
that framed, and that is really lovely. Thank you.
The other thing is the mayor is elected by his fellow peers on the council, and one of the first jobs that the mayor has to do is to present the Barnstable shilling. It's a tradition that's gone on for centuries, and one time it used to be real cash that the mayor used to give to the poor people of the town. But as we've moved on, we have a commemorative shilling now, and I go around with the Mayoress to all the poor houses, the almshouses within Barnstable, England, and we give these to those people to give them something back. We only have about 250 of these every year, so they're quite collectible, and they're inscribed with the year of the mayorship, of which that gives you an history of the Barnstable shilling, so one each for each of the commissioners, and one each for yourself. I understand you've got one missing.
Yes,
too, so
yes,
you've
Mr.
also
Dory
got
is
one.
traveling.
So
Well,
there
thank
you are,
you
one each for
very
yourself
much.
as well.
Oh,
Yes.
punch.
Oh, it doesn't stop there.
More.
No, it's funny.
Wait, I have to find out. I didn't know. Oh,
This is a particular odd read, I would say, but it's written by Louis Lampard, and it's all about Barnstable on the tour. And as you can see, the little indent there, that's what we call the tour, and it goes off into a river. So you can read that at your leisure, pass it around. And this one is about the famous Barnstable Pannier Market. It's a very old worldly pannier market where people come and trade their fares. Lots of history there in the Barnstable Pannier Market. Adjoins our council offices, the Guildhall, and that'll be a nice little read for you to pass around as well. So
Excellent, thank you.
that is so wonderful. And is this market still in existence?
Yes,
It is?
we're still trading there today. Every day there's something going off. And Sundays is used for other activities if people want to use it for certain events like food fests and things like that. So, and beer fest.
Yes. We'll have to note that one.
Yeah.
I think this calls for a trip to Barnstable,
I think so.
England.
Right.
I think we have to return the visit.
Yeah.
No, this is really wonderful. So
It is.
it's very, very, very nice gift. Thank
And
you.
of course, I would like to, as usual, and is to offer my hand of friendship to the people on the Cape Cod. Please come over and visit us. We'll give you a tour of the Guildhall. I'll take you through my offices, the Mayor's Parlour, and we have got an heritage trail around the town. So if anybody really wants to come over and visit, get in touch with us, Barnstable Town Council, England, just Google it and it'll come up and get in contact with us. And if any of your residents on the Cape Cod want to come over, please get in touch.
Well, thank
this
you.
This is being filmed, and I think that
I actually did Google the other day when I knew you were coming. I said I have to find out more about Barnstable, England. And I must say, just the market, I read about that. I read about the river, I read about Guildhall, and a little bit of the history, but it would be much more helpful to have the book to read. So it'll be
Yes.
helpful.
And we've got a card here that's the local photographers too. We've got the famous Albert clock, which has got 4 faces on it, and it's known as the 4-faced liar, because they are, tell each an individual wrong. One's only right, and the other 3 are wrong. And I'm sure the one that's right faces the town clerk's office. Or if not, it's the one that's 3 minutes fast, so she can leave work early. One each of those.
Great,
excellent. Thank you.
That's the river reflected in the right.
beautiful, very beautiful.
Well, it was just a pleasure to have you here, I must say, truly. And
Yes.
I appreciate
It
the
was really
invitation.
wonderful.
Yes, to
It's been
visit
great.
you.
Thank you
so much. It was great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Very good to meet you.
You've been so hospitable. It's been unbelievable. So
And
you must
hopefully-
you must come over.
Yes.
You can't book a slot in September to be the guest speaker at fair opening, can you?
Yes, we don't know. I have a feeling I might be booked doing some other things then.
Oh,
we
But,
just,
yeah, but and hopefully I'll be booked until November and then beyond.
That's great. Thank you.
This has been truly lovely.
Beyond our law.
Would you like to see?
Hold it right there. Hold it still. Thanks.
For many years.
Oh, that's great.
Barnstaple at night,
Yep.
and this is
Which is going to make a
Four-Faced Liar.
Yes, please do.
Thank you.
We really want Lou, who's our historian.
Yes.
The first thing I want to ask the present mayor now, am I still the Honorary Burgess of Boston?
You certainly are.
Under the prior mayor, I just want to make sure.
Right.
So, this is a medal. I'd like to have that in the mayor's parlor, along with the one that I previously sent on the church centenary, back in 76, I believe. Then I want to bring the attention of the county commissioners as well, and as well to the mayor, because I don't think they've seen these. These are very historic documents. They'll be housed. The commissioner's been kind enough to have a room that's set aside. We will have a lot of our archives, and this, along with others that you're going to see later on today. I'm going to take them around, show them the oldest wooden jail in the country, and one of their Englishmen, I think, is signed there. His name is carved right on the sidewalk. You'll see that. And that was 1698. Then we're going to take them over to the colonial courthouse, the harbor, and show them the statues. And later on, I've got cards that I'm going to give you of all the statues that we did in the town. And particularly because Mr. Otis Warren and James Otis, they came from their area in Devon. And I think you'll enjoy them when you see them. Well, just to get to let you know what this is, I gave Ann Jenkins and did I give you?
You did give me that
copy?
one. Yes.
She has copied it, but this is originals. And this was brought over here by Mayor Dodd back in 1939 at the Barnstable Seminary. And I just wanted you to see it. I could take it. But this depicts the links that we've had with our sister towns over the years, where we know, now that I think of it, we've had selectmen, but I don't recall a county commissioner going there, so this could be a wake-up call for our county commissioners to take a visit over there.
So this is, I can bring this over to, and this is the other, similar, only a different year.
That's good. That's good. Commissioner.
Well,
Thank you.
I think later on it did, yeah.
Can I just say something about Louis Cataldo as well? That's all right. Louis, obviously, we've got a little presentation later for Louis.
I have a few too.
But what I would like to say is that we in Barnstable, Louis is well known in our town for his gratitude and his assistance in the efforts that he's put in making our towns the friends that we are today, and hopefully in the many years in the future we younger generations will hopefully live out that twinning and form these relationships, and I hope that we can have maybe business exchanges or people coming across to learn about different things that the towns might have in common. And one thing that I'd like to say about Louis is that unfortunately Louis was unable to attend when we gave you the position of Honorary Burgess. So as the present mayor of Barnstable, I know that you have got the official document, and we would just like to say thank you very much for all your work that you've done. And it is noted, and you are in the book of roll in the Guildhall. And the honour that we bestowed upon you from Barnstable, England, is very unique in respect that we don't usually give it to foreigners. The only other two is that we did give it to the Freedom of the Towns to the American ambassadors during World War. who came over and visited us, Ambassador Linden and Vernon in 1942, and that was broadcast live all over America by the BBC, which is Broadcasting Corporations, and morale boosting exercise for people who was in the war. And our town opened its arms to your representative for America, and you are in the same league as them.
Well, I
And you
appreciate
are
that very much.
absolutely a fantastic and terrific guy. I'm sure your town is very proud of you.
Yes.
Well, I want you to know this was all done in behalf of the county of Barnstable, because I represented the county by Sheriff, back 50, 60 years ago by Sheriff Clerk. And since that time I've escorted all of the various mayors, not only from Barnstable, England, but other parts of England that came around. So this is just a continuation of that. And I'm very delighted to have done that. And of course the commissioners have always been very kind. I only hope that one day the county commissioners go there, because the selectmen of the town have been there. And you'll see the mayor's parlor. And in the mayor's parlor, you'll notice there'll be a number of our memorabilia that were brought over from here. So we've had an exchange of artifacts over the years. You'll find our artifacts over there and theirs here. And hopefully, right now they're at the museum, but I'm hoping to bring them over here to the county where they belong.
Well, we'll look forward to that.
Yes.
And a happy trip home when,
Yes,
when the
safe
time
travels.
has to come.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yes.
And hopefully your weather will cool down slightly.
Yes, and hopefully you won't be returning to weather like this there. So rain was kind of okay after a soggy week.
Yeah.
It's been really a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you
Thank you.
really for all your work over the years and
My
for
pleasure.
doing all of this in the sticky. Yeah, I won't take it. He's afraid we're going to walk on his arms fast here.
I know, thank you.
No, they're very beautiful. All right, okay. All right. All right.
Can I get this?
Yes, yeah.
You know, we do your thing, shared.
Yeah, that was great.
Well, we are back in session. Our guests from Barnstable, England have just left. We had a lovely time with them, and we were happy that they came. And they invited us to Barnstable, England, and it's not within it is within the realm of possibility.
It is within the realm of possibility.
But under public comment,
Yes.
if you would please introduce yourself.
Hi, David Still, Barnstable Patriot. I was wondering how the county was going to be approaching the new posting requirements for the open meeting law, which requires 24-hour access to notices in advance of meetings with full agendas. Since your main meeting places are in courthouses that tend to lock up.
Right. Mark Zielinski is taking care of that, and I think now the agendas are being posted on the door, but we are planning to have a kiosk out front, which will be lighted, and that will have the basic information on the meetings, the agenda, the time, the place, whether it's here. Sometimes we meet elsewhere, but it will be posted on the kiosk when it's completed, but as of now, it is posted on the front door.
And once that happens, we'll notify you so you can come by at 3 o'clock in the morning and make sure it's
Thank you.
just to keep us on our toes. But thank you.
And the agendas, as we work on them, they'll become more specific, so that people who read them will have a much better idea of what we're actually doing.
Yeah.
If it's a specific item.
Right.
But like last week, we had a tour of the health department up on the hill. And sometimes people might like to come along with us if they know that that's what we're doing. Because it's amazing how they were able to put that whole office space together.
Yeah, it really looks
Really a good job.
It looks great. And also with that, people want to know, I mean, and I don't think that we're the only ones that are guilty. I mean, you can say this topic is going to be discussed, but you don't know that there's certain individuals that are going to be speaking to that topic. And, or there might be certain individuals coming before you, but you're not sure exactly what they're going to be addressing. So the more specific you get, I think it also helps us stay on that topic and not have, because David, you cover all of this, things can come up and all of a sudden decisions are made, or plans to look at certain things are made without any anybody else weighing in. Like, if I had known that's what you were going to discuss. I mean, I know there's many times I look at meetings on the television and it's already after the fact, so you can't weigh in on it. So you really need to have that information ahead of time so that the public can be more aware.
Okay, we have,
Is there any other public comment that would like to be made?
Well, actually,
To identify yourself, sir.
my name is Brian Bragington-Smith. I'm the Executive Director of the Lewis Bay Research Center, and we had recently been awarded a grant under the EDC funds for license plate money. And the grant was basically for $50,000 to go towards the development of a marine research center and greenhouse facility at our research center on Parker's River. The way that the grants normally are structured is a lot of it is done more with a narrative product being generated, so that there are two tiers to the funding. Well, in that, the truth is that that $50,000 is going directly to the procurement of the greenhouse structure itself. That we're in a little bit of a bind. And we're in a bind because the first phase of the allocation was dispersed, and that was about a month ago. And in order to acquire the structure, the supplier requires, of course, payment for the entire thing. So we either have to go out and get a bridge loan to cover the second half of the grant to be able to do it, or we have to wait in order to be able to move forward until the second half of the grant would be available. So what we're asking is if it's possible to adjust the disbursement of those funds in order to be able to allow us to be able to move forward with the greenhouse in an expeditious way. So that.
Is it because of how they're passed out to us, those funds? I mean, I don't know if we get them in a lump sum and then, really Felicia and...
yeah, we would, the best thing to do, have you contacted the EDC at all?
Yes,
You
yes.
have.
In fact, I supplied them with a letter, and they had mentioned that they were going to be conveying that to you guys.
Okay.
So I guess I just got
beating the
here
guy.
first. I beat them.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
then, let's give it
Well,
to
and they have a meeting a week from Thursday. The first Thursday in August.
Okay.
And they probably would have to meet to do that, I
Yeah.
would imagine. So I can contact Dave Willis, who's the chair,
Yeah.
and ask him if he's received that correspondence from you, and if the EDC would want to recommend it. See, they are really a recommending council, and they
Yeah.
can recommend it to us that they could do that. So within the next 10 days, we should have it.
So you got the first 25.
Yes.
And what was the glitch on the second one again? Was it-
The manufacturer wants to know, sort of when.
Oh,
the
so even
second
if you
half
had
will
a
be
definite
available.
date that you could give him, it could help him say, okay, or
Yes.
if we gave a letter saying.
That's all we need. That's
Okay.
all we need, because at this point in
that's-
time, it's an open-ended thing. It's the second quarter or 2 quarters after the initial contract, we can apply for the second, but of course that's months out. So it creates a bit of an issue.
Okay, I think that's an easy thing to solve, if it's just a letter
Yeah,
of guarantee that it will be paid. So.
yeah, that's about really all we really
It's
need.
not the money, it's guaranteed.
Yeah, so that the greenhouse supplier is able to see that, okay, yes, the second payment is going to be coming at this particular time, or that's when they can expect it, so that he has no problem shipping it. Because we want to get the facility up and operational. It's a very important project. I'm extremely excited that the EDC and you folks see it as being an important facet, because what it really will do is it'll create a center in the heart of Cape Cod where people will be able to go to be able to understand and learn about marine technology in our maritime environment. And that's just not possible, which is kind of funny because we sit here on Cape Cod and we presume, but there are folks from all over the world coming here, and once they're here, if they want to go somewhere where they can, see seals or striped bass or whatever, local species, it really doesn't exist. And it seems like it's a bit of a missing link in our overall cultural string of pearls.
Right. Are you doing anything in conjunction with the cooperative? Because I know that Bill Clark has the shellfishing nursery, or
Yes.
in the test center, and making sure all of that is right there as well.
Yes.
So there should be you should talk to Bill Clark and see that could be an adjunct.
Well, that's what we're thinking.
Right.
Because one of the things that we see as being a very important facet of Barnstable County's future is maritime-based activity.
Absolutely.
Because we're surrounded by the ocean. If we look at our roots, that's where we came from. That's the reason people settled here.
Mm-hmm.
And in a way, with the meeting earlier with the folks from Barnstable, we talked about the allure of the sea, and it's the coastline. It's being close to the ocean that seems to elicit sort of that special something.
There's something inside of us.
And that's what we're blessed with. So it seems to me that it should be something that we should return to.
Absolutely. Great things down there, Parker's River, going to happen.
Yes, there are.
It's exciting. I can't wait. All right, well, thank you.
very much
We'll
for that, both of you. And now we have our summary.
Yes, and I move that we accept the summary of minutes. Summary of action.
Second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries. 2 in favor, 1.
Right.
Bill's off
Is there
doing
any other
good things
business?
for the county. Okay, so we can start. Let's start signing
You
those.
look like you've been-
You need a pen. I don't
I
have a
think I
pen.
have on my person.
And do you have anything?
Thank you.
No?
Okay.
In that case, we have no further business.
We have no further
Call
business.
a motion to adjourn.
I do make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Into
No.
this-
Motion
Thank you.
carries. Meeting over.
Enjoy the rest of July.
Yeah.